Okay, chat. Sorry for that little mix up there. Y'all were unable to hear me. I am trying to figure out let's see, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get my stream to work here, chat. Because unfortunately, you cannot hear me on the intermission side. Uh, let's see what we got going on, chat. Let's see if we can get this fixed. Alright, give me 1 second here, chat. We are trying to figure this out as to why you are not able to see my stream, or see the game. Hang tight with me for just 1 minute, and we will get this figured out. I do not know why it does not want to show my game on here, but unfortunately it does not for some reason. Still want to make sure everything's coming through clear on my side. Okay. Audio for me is coming through clear, so let's see what we can do about this, chat. I'm not sure what we're gonna be able to do here. Okay, chat. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here and we will get this figured out. For some reason, it is not wanting to. Not wanting to work with me here, chat. Okay, so we should be good now, chat. Um, there we go, chat. Now we've got it. Now we got it, chat. Okay, sweet. So y'all should still be able to hear me now. Um, I'm sorry about that. It was 10 minutes of y'all's time wasted. I do apologize about that. But yeah, let's see. Like I said, yes, we are getting a good capture now. Yep, getting a good capture now. We are ready to roll. Uh, so hopefully y'all will be able to hear everything as well. Okay. Yep, y'all can hear everything nice and clear. Alright, we're gonna get this behemoth of a train going. Hopefully. We're gonna go ahead and flip off our independent. Turn our lights on bright, ditch lights. Blow the horn twice. And we're just gonna give it a little bit of throttle here, chat. Just a tiny bit of throttle. Give her too much throttle at once, chat, you will get wheel slip, and this thing will never get rolling. It'll actually start rolling backwards. Apply just a little bit of brake to stop the go method. You apply just a little bit of brake and a little bit of throttle. We should get this behemoth on the road. Hopefully. Doesn't feel like we're moving too much now. We're getting a little bit of wheel slip there. Go ahead and turn on our sander. Forget which button our sander is. Where is our... We should have a little switch in here. Also need to turn that off. Okay, so when we blow our horn now, the bell doesn't always ring. Which is one of the reasons I prefer this here locomotive. This thing is really struggling to pull this 160 car long freight train. We'll go ahead and mash down on our sander and see if we can get her started up. Mess with the throttles just a little bit. Still getting that wheel slip, man. Still getting that wheel slip. We need just a good tug to get this thing moving. And push come to shove, if we do not have enough power, we will add another engine up front, another bigger one, if we have to, which I believe is going to be our only option here, chat. We may have to add another. There's our sander. Come on. You can see there, chat, we're getting a little bit of wheel slip. We do have our sanders rolling, so doesn't seem like it just doesn't seem like enough, chat. I know you're probably wondering how that many engines isn't enough, but it just doesn't look like it's gonna cut it, chat. It doesn't look like it's gonna cut it. maybe if we let it roll back just a little bit and give it some. We will eventually get this thing going. 2.1 miles long, that's a long train, chat. Try to take off our brake there. Let it roll back just a little bit. Put our sanders on. Give this thing a good, nice, hard tug. Still looks like it's not going to be enough, chat. Alright, chat, still looks like we're having some issues getting this thing started up, so we're going to go ahead and quickly add a bigger engine up front. Not sure which one I want to add. I think we're just going to go with, let's go with 2 or actually 4 BNSF front end head units. Oh yeah, I forgot. We need to cancel our little. We have to do it in the driver's seat. Yep, we have to do it in the driver's seat. Forgot about that, chat. Probably gonna have to remove our waypoint to set those other engines down on the same track. And that's 6 of the, or 5 of the big boys, or 4 of the big boys, sorry. 4 big boys. That is going to be a lot of horsepower right there, chat. A lot of horsepower. We're just going to see if we can't get this thing off road. Put this down to trail 6. Front headlights. Throw our reverser in neutral and in. Put this to handle off. And then we are going to connect. We're going to couple these 4 engines up here at the front and see if we have enough pulling power then. There's one thing I can say about this game, chat. It is not like long, extremely long freight trains, and our loaders are already going. Shut up. Okay. Make sure our cap signals are off. That way that thing will not go off. Turn our generator field on, our gauge lights, and our step lights. Make sure those are all on. Turn our front headlights to dim. And then we are going to go ahead and go into the computer here. More options, operator controls, lead and brake. We are going to go ahead and get off the brakes here. And let these roll on back and just kind of connect themselves. Not going to really apply any power because it's not needed at this point in time. Which they should connect themselves right about here. Right there it is. There's the connection. Connection is made. We're going to go ahead and throw on our automatic brake to full service and our independent to full service. Now we are actually going to be 181 cars long at 2.1 miles. So let's hope this game wants to give us the opportunity to pull this behemoth off the freight train. Go ahead down here and mark our same path that we were going to go to right here in front of this signal, and just hope that oops, now I'm gonna have to leave it to heaven. This game it has a glitch where it likes to put the shifter in while it's in forward or whatever gear it's in. I always forget about that. I normally try not to do that. Not a big issue. We'll actually just go ahead and cut. Well, they're actually the rest of them are backwards. We'll just cut the head engine out. Go ahead and delete it. And go ahead and add one more. This time we'll switch it up a bit. We'll go with a Union Pacific up front. Or actually, we'll go with a CSX. Well, actually, even better, guys. I have a better idea. Norfolk Southern. I'm looking for a certain one, chat. Is it under BNSF? It is. We're going to go with BNSF Union Pacific livery. A little bit of an older livery for the Union Pacifics. If it'll spawn in. There it is. 5395. So Union Pacific 5395. Bit of an older livery, but not an issue at all. Pretty bright yellow. Looks like it was just freshly painted, actually. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over here, turn our number lights on, crosswalk lights, and our control pump. Close that cover, make sure our cap signal is off. There we go. Make sure those are off. Switch on our generator field, gauge lights, step lights. Put those to dim. We're going to go to more options. Same deal here as last time, chat. Change those both, get off the brakes. Go ahead and bail the brakes off. And should be the same. We should just ease on back into the coupler. And there's the connection. Well, I told y'all to shut up. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and set our path. Since we do not have the reverser set yet, we're going to go same place. Throw it in forward. Bail off the brakes. Switch our generator field back on because it likes to switch that off as well. Blow the horn 2 times. Turn our headlights to bright ox. We're going to see if we can get this mammoth on the road. We are, I'm going to be honest with you, chat. I don't think the game's going to let us pull this. If it does, I'm going to be very shocked if it lets us pull this. Because this game just not, it just does not like long freight train stat. We are 160 cars long with multiple, lots of engines, 181 total. And even at notch 8, we are getting wheel slip. I do not believe it's going to let us pull this train, chat. You can kind of see it struggling right there. This game does not like long freight trains at all, unfortunately. Let's see what we can do about that here. Now we're just going to slam on that throttle. Come on, please let me pull this train. I want to pull it so bad. I want to be able to drive this train across California so bad. We've already had to make a change, which I did not have to. I did not want to do that, honestly. Come on. Pull it. Chat, there is enough horsepower here. There's more than enough horsepower to pull this train, but like I said, this game just does not like it at all. I wish the creators of Train Sim World would actually fix that where we could pull, you know, freight trains that were at least 200 cars long, you know, and not have an issue. Anything over 200 would pull. But unfortunately, they've set it to something lower than 200. So sadly, chat, I think we're gonna have to make a big change here, and we're just gonna have to delete the whole train, just with the click of a button. We are actually gonna go to a Norfolk Southern just to speed this up a little bit. We're still gonna haul loaded tankers. Just don't think we're going to be hauling as many. So we're going to come back here, uncouple these Norfolk Southerns, because you don't ever see Norfolk Southerns in California. Uncouple these, delete these 3 hit engines, and then we're gonna go to another Norfolk Southern and spawn in another one. We're actually gonna spawn in one that's actually loaded with we can do 80 coal cars, chat. That is loaded. Wow. We're gonna go ahead and go with 40 more tanker cars. Just 40 more. You know, not too many. 80 plus 40. You do the math. 120 cars. So we shouldn't have a problem pulling this. We're just gonna go ahead and get rid of these little cars here as well. So for those of you who do not know, these little hopper cars or grain cars, I guess you could call them, are actually here in case, you know, it's basically a safety thing. They're there so nothing, you know, no material can fly off of the locomotive or anything like that, smack the tanker car. These things are loaded, they are explosive, and if these things blow up, these things are so big, if they blow up, you can actually see how much one of them weighs right here. 193,400 pounds, which in kilograms, that's 87,700 kilograms, which is a lot. So, these things are so big, if they were to blow up, they would decimate an entire city. And we're hauling, you know, how many of them, chat? 120 of them? Not a big deal at all. So what we're going to do to go ahead and speed this process up, we're just going to spawn a random train in right quick. And this is actually a CN, Canadian National, livery on a CSX. We're just going to go ahead and drive up to the front of this thing. This train's a little bit different, a little bit easier to run as well. I think what we're going to have to do actually is go ahead and set a path up here, because I think that'll be going past a red signal, and then it'll fail us and all that good stuff. So we're going to go up just a little bit, make sure our generator field on. Oh, we're rolling. That's just fine, it'll stop us. And then we'll begin moving forward towards the front of this thing. And what we'll do is we'll go 120 cars, not too many, unfortunately, but it's our only other option here, Chad. If we add another 40, 180 cars again, it won't pull, all that good stuff. We may add on to an extra 20. We may add on an extra 20, chat. That'll make it 140 cars long, which will it'll be a long train for sure. We're gonna go right up here though and add on some engines and get this thing on a roll. Thinking about adding 6 on the front, just so we don't have to have anything on the back. I don't want to have to drive all the way to the back of this thing just to add, a locomotive to the back of it. So we're gonna go BNSF. You know what, chat? You never see Norfolk Southerns in California. So for all the rail fans out here that we run into, why don't we just go ahead and make a rare sighting for them? An extremely rare sighting. Looks like we're going to have to do this one at a time, unfortunately, but we will go ahead and should, just past the signal, be able to put one down. Try to this way. There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and make a rare sighting for all the rail fans out there that we want to see today. And you know what? We may even add in a little BNSF. Why not, chat? Looks like it's only going to let me spawn them in this way. Which I hope that's not the case. Go ahead and add in a BNSF. Do an extremely rare sighting. Hated BNSF war bomb. Y'all don't know about these. These are very rare liveries for these trains, and they hardly don't. Almost all of them in the world have been repainted to look like the original BNSF. I don't know what it looks like. Go ahead and look that up now. Let's see, that's 4 right there. 2 more. You know what, we'll even add in a U Pacific as well. Here it is. Let's see if it'll let us, well, put one more there. Let's hope it'll let us face this one forward, because if it doesn't, it's going to mess everything up. And then we'll throw another Norfolk Southern right on the front. See what I mean, chat? It's not letting me add it, but if I face it this way, you see the green versus the red. If it's red, it won't let you place it. I don't know why it's not letting me place that down. Hey, what, chat? We may have to place it down right here on this next track and go up and then come back down. I believe that's what we're going to have to do, chat. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it over with. We are going to go ahead and make sure our number lights are on. Make sure everything's in running order. We're going to go ahead and set a path for this thing, for this loco to go here. And we should have a green. We have a caution, chat, so we are good to go. Turn our generator field on. Set our reverser forward. Go ahead and give it a little bit of power. Turn our brakes off. Or, sorry, release our brakes. We should be rolling. There we go, chat. Set our headlights to bright ox, and while we do that, while we travel down the track, I'm going to grab a drink here. Alright, we're off to a start. So we're going to come up here and get off of this siding. It's going to be here in 1.4 miles. We're going to couple up back there. Excuse me. They do come with cameras in this thing. Now, I did not even notice that. That is a camera, chat. I did not notice that. Wow. Makes sense, I guess, so they can you know, if something happens, they can go back and look at the footage and see what if there was an accident or a derailment, see what caused it. They can actually access the black boxes on these things and go into that camera and review the footage before and after the derailment, see what caused it. So we got a crossing up here coming up. If you're one of those that likes to lay on the horn in this game, this map has a lot of crossings. So this is definitely going to be one of the maps that you're going to want to play if you're one of those that loves to lay on the horn. Personally, I am. I love laying on the horn of these things. Go ahead and turn our bell off there. So we're going to be doing about just a little over the speed limit, about 2 miles an hour over the speed limit, or 1 mile an hour over now. The speed limit is going to be 25 on this track. On the track beside of us, the speed limit is a whopping 70 miles an hour, and it climbs at some points in 80 miles an hour. So, shouldn't take us too long to get across California, Chad. It should not take us too long at all. But what we're going to go ahead and do, we'll speed up just a little bit over the speed limit just to kind of get us off this siding and back towards our train back there so we can get coupled up. I can't even see it anymore. Now, I've been live streaming 5M so much, you know, I said, why don't we do something? Why don't we do something different? So, I chose to go ahead and do this. We do have American Truck Simulator, which I have not played in a very long time. I actually need to get back into ATS, chat. We do need to get back into ATS. I need to start playing it more so I can get used to my steering wheel again. I tried it earlier today and I was all over the place. All over the place. So we're going to go ahead and merge off of this siding now and come up to past this signal. And give enough space for the track to be able to change. And them to route us in the right direction. So we're going to go and come to a stop here. And we're going to go ahead and remove the path. Actually, before we do that, before it glitches out. Remove path. Then we are going to set a path. And we are going to go back down here. And hopefully this works. And I don't know if it's going to. We should be okay. That signal is red, but we will try it. Push come to shove, it just doesn't work. You know, and we fail at everything, and everything's just, you know, pissy. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just kind of ease on back. Yep, we do have a red signal. Unfortunately, that is not going to work. So, what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to go ahead and DV this train. And then we're going to move up past the signal here. see if it'll let us spawn one behind it. Possibly. Let's make sure we don't have another signal. We'll have to go behind this one, obviously. But it doesn't look like we have another signal all the way back to our train, so hopefully it will let us place one of these engines down on this track right here. And so I wasn't expecting so many difficulties, but can I climb that? No, I can't. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I was just curious to see if I could climb that. Union Pacific, or Norfolk Southern, sorry. Ah, it lets us place the chest, so we are good. We are ready to roll. We're gonna go on back, get connected up to our train, and we're gonna get started and get across California. So we're gonna go ahead and change our stuff to cut in and lead, save it, bail off our air. That way we will just roll right on back. Go ahead and put our dims on just so we can roll backwards. If you guys actually pay attention, the little tube right there that is going down in front of the front wheels, you can see it right there. The one that curves down towards the wheel, that is what our sanders run off of. There's one in front and behind of each axle. There, and there on each side. That's our sanding system, and what that sanding system does is when you have this on right here, lead sand, what that does is it actually pushes sand onto the tracks from those pipes right there in front of the wheels for us to be able to gain traction, because we obviously have metal on wheels or steel wheels on steel rails, so we're going to get wheel slip from pulling. But if we have a little bit of wheel slip, it allows us to put sand down in front of those wheels, and that sand will actually, the grains of sand will catch up underneath the tire, or up underneath the wheel of the locomotive's axles, and will allow it to catch traction. That way we can get started and get rolling forward or backward, whichever way we need it. That is a bit weird right there, chat. Glitching through cars. Traffic is very heavy today. We're not too far from our train now. Shouldn't be. We actually do have a good little chunk to go, so we're going to go ahead and just apply a little bit of power. Kind of speed things up for y'all. I know y'all are ready to see me pull this 120 car train across the California. Get to our destination. I'm ready for it. I wasn't expecting it to run into any difficulties. Sadly, we did, but it's all good now. We are ready to go. We're ready to go. We're fixing to go get coupled up, and we will get started on this journey, chat. Anyway, with that being said, how is y'all's nights going? Hope y'all are having a wonderful night so far. I know I am. Got another crossing coming up here. Bail back off. We have a red signal down here, chat. Red signal. And it's going to be the one there. Hopefully that's for the trains going the opposite way that we're going. That way it doesn't fail us. In which I believe it is. Should be seeing our train pop up any minute here. We'll go ahead and get everything coupled together. Piece it together like a puzzle. Pretty much is what this is doing, or what we're doing. It's piecing a big piece of a puzzle all together. That way it comes as one. There is our train, so we're going to go ahead and get on the brakes and get started to slow down. We're about 50% application. Once we get slowed down, we're going to go ahead and let off just a little bit. Start slowing down just a hair more. Add a little bit more until we just ease right on in. Once we get down to about 6, we'll go ahead and bail off. Slide into her at about 4.5 miles an hour. There it is. There's the connection. So what we're going to do, we're going to add just a little bit more power. Go ahead and connect all of these together. There's another connection made. Go ahead and connect these. And that connection's made. There's that connection. The last connection right here for the hidden locomotives is going to be right there. Unfortunately, that signal is facing us, which is a issue. Better go ahead and get on the brakes. Well, we'll ease on back just a little bit. Go ahead and put them on about there. And then what we're going to do, just so it doesn't fail us, you know, you have to kind of maneuver around the stuff. We're going to climb on down, go back here, and try to add another loco, and then we'll rock with a couple extra locos just to make sure we do have enough power to pull this train. Because keep in mind, we don't have any mid units and we don't have a back unit either. So adding a couple more wouldn't hurt. We'll add a couple BNSFs here. Some of the big boys. We'll go ahead and see if 4 will fit. I don't believe it's going to, chat. 4 is not going to fit. So we are going to go ahead and try to add 3. Three's not going to fit either. So let's go ahead and do 2. 2 more. 2 more BNSFs. Which should be right here. And we'll kind of move it past the 2's not going to fit either, chat. That's not going to work either, huh? There's enough room for sure. I guess we'll go down to a light unit. Just add 1. Maybe right here. Just a little past that. There we go, chat. So now that shouldn't fail us since that locomotive's a little bit past the signal. Shouldn't fail us there. Go ahead and climb back aboard. Jump in the driver's seat and let this thing ease on back until we make a connection. Shut that door. Bail our brakes off and just run with the bailed off brakes. Slide on back just a little bit. We should start moving now. Yep, there we go. So we make a connection. Let's make sure that coupler is open. Coupler is open. It is ready to be coupled. Here she comes for the connection. And there it is, chat. We are connected. So now we're going to roll them back into the cars here and get coupled up to those. Let's make sure connector on the front's open, connector on the front, and connector on the car is open and available to lock into. So we're going to go ahead and do so. Connection being right there. So we are coupled now to this behemoth. Now we're going to slide way on back and couple to our other 80 cars on top of the 40, which is quite a big gap. Probably have to jump in and apply the brakes just a little bit. Let's make sure the coupler is open. The coupler is open on this car, and the coupler is not open on this. So let's go ahead and open that up. Alright, coupler is open, chat. Coupler is open. We are ready to couple. Let's go ahead and apply a little bit of brake. Don't want too hard of a hit here. Waiting for that jump or that impact of connecting. I think we're going to stop before we connect. Yep, we stopped before we connected. So we're going to go ahead and bail off our brakes again and roll just a slight bit back. It is starting to get a little foggy. Wait for the connection here. Go ahead and apply our brakes again. And there's the connection. It got foggy really quick actually. So now what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to apply our brakes. We're going to go ahead and set this in so it doesn't glitch out again. We are going to set our path and get started. Which technically I should have already had this done, but we ran into some difficulties. Alright, we are good to go. Generator field is on. Let's bail off our brakes. Brakes are aired off. And we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to blow the horn two times. We are going to get started. Go ahead and turn our banking comm, if I can find it. Here it is. Turn our banking comm on. That way we get enough power to be able to pull. We are getting to a roll, chat. We are on a roll, chat. How's everybody doing tonight in the chat? Welcome to you people that have joined us recently. Today we're playing a game called Train Sim World 4. We're going to be throwing a 130 car long freight train that is 1.5 miles long all the way across the state of California. So with that being said, we've already got everything connected. We're pulling a 120 car long, which means that would mean I have 9 engines, if I'm not mistaken. Do we have 9 engines, chat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we have 7 engines. Okay, so I was wrong. We are pulling a 129 car long train across the state of California in this very heavy fog. We're off to a good roll now, chat. We're going to give us some more throttle to get up to speed, because speeds are 70 miles an hour on this track. We're going to be pulling this behemoth of a train in Norfolk Southern 8040, followed by Union Pacific 6216, Union Pacific 8040, followed by Union Pacific 6216, Norfolk Southern 8091, BNSF 733, Norfolk Southern 8037, Norfolk Southern 8153, and BNSF 3260, followed by all these tanker cars here, all the way down. So yeah, we're on a good roll now. We're at a staggering 21 miles an hour. Not the fastest thing in the world. But we will get up to speed eventually. We are going up a 0.6% grade. So it will take us just a minute to reach 70 miles an hour. Quite a few minutes actually. But once we'll actually go ahead and throw her in Notch 8 full power to get her up to speed here. Get one of the main tracks clear for the next train that decides to come through. Luckily, chat, we are going to be running all the way through with no stops and clear traffic. So we have no traffic ahead of us. We have a crossing coming up here, so we're going to get on the horn here. Once we get up to a good amount of speed, we will actually give you guys some flybys of the entire train. We will stay at one place until the entire train is passed, and then we will get back in the cab. So like I said, we have 37 miles to go. Doesn't seem that far, but these are very long miles to go. We're going to stop at the location as indicated. We have a green signal ahead, so we are good to go. Going to be going at a 0.8% grade now. At 35 miles an hour, we're fixing to hit 35, 34 for right now. 35 miles an hour, there it is. Go and check our effort. Our effort is on 45, so that is in the green, so we are good. That effort right there is going to tell you whether or not you're going to rip your train apart. We're in notch 8 full throttle. We're doing about 30. We're doing 37 miles an hour, chat. So there's the green signal. Here's an outside view of the train. Aisha, hello, how are you? Good to see you again. Glad to have you back on the channel. Alright, chat, we're at 41 miles an hour. I think we're good enough. We'll go ahead and jump up to a crossing up here. Let you guys see the entire train. Should be a crossing right up here. Yep, there it is. Crossing right up here. We'll let you guys go ahead and get a flyby of this locomotive pouring all these cars, and we'll give you the whole train. So we're gonna sit right about right here. Wait for this thing to go by, and there she comes down the track. There you can see her just through the fog. Crossing should be going off any second now. There they go. Asia, thank you for the subscription. I really do appreciate that. It says, why are the cars flying? Which cars are you talking about? Oh, these right here. This isn't the most realistic game in the world, so yeah, they kind of float a little bit. It's only realistic when it comes to the trains. They didn't really worry about making the cars and stuff like that realistic. We are on a good roll now, chat. Still flying past this crossing. there goes the end right there. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Very long train as well. So we're going to go ahead and jump back into the cabin. Takes everything just a second to get back in. It's going to be a bit laggy. There we go. Now it looks better. I believe we have another crossing coming up here, chap. But yes, Train Sim World 4, they added some good features in the Train Sim World 4 that I'm in love with. Another crossing coming up here. Going about 55 miles an hour now down the main line. Still going to be going up a 0.9% grade, so we have increased in the grade percent. We're going to be merging on to the number 1 main here. This is where we're going to be coming into the mountains. We are speeding just a little bit. Go ahead and slow it down just a little bit. Actually, we're going to stay on the throttle for right now. We are going up a 1.8% grade now, so we are absolutely going to need that little bit of extra speed because we are still slowing even though we are full power. We have another crossing up here. Give you guys another flyby. And they are going off now. You ready for the flyby, chap? Very beautiful indeed, very beautiful. Actually, I'm not sure how many hours I'm going to be streaming tonight. It shouldn't be too long. As I said earlier, we are traveling about 40 miles. About 37 miles exact. We're only now just getting down to 32. We have now been streaming for, let me go ahead and check right fast, an hour and 3 minutes. So we shouldn't be streaming for that long tonight. It is already 4:30 in the morning. So no, we shouldn't be streaming that long tonight. I guess it just depends on if we run into any issues on the rails here, which I'm hoping we do not. Unfortunately, we were going across another crossing there, but you're looking for it, but it'll be okay. And it also depends on our speed as well, because as you can tell, you know, it said to slow down back there, but we did not. We are still at 35. I do know later on today, I'm going to be working on a video later on today, so be sure to be looking out for that. So it looks like we have an old crossing up here they've actually took down, so we won't have to blow our horn going across this. It's blocked off. Going up a 1.9% grade now, chat, so we probably are going to be slowing just a little bit, but that is why we are going to be full power March 8th. giving this thing all it's got. Our effort is still at 45, so that's good. Where's my cam? I actually do not have a cam. I don't have a cam yet set up, so that is going to be an option later down the road for sure, just to get a webcam set up. That way y'all can see me as well as my stream. Unfortunately, if any of y'all do follow my social media, I'm going to be posting tomorrow about some serious issues, but I'll go ahead and give y'all kind of the rundown of it. So if y'all do follow any of my social media, y'all know about y'all know about Yulia, the Yukon, you know, my truck. I'm having some issues with her, chat. She's not wanting to cooperate. Pet has subscribed. Pet, thank you for the subscription. I greatly appreciate that. Like I said, if you guys do not follow my social media, be sure to do so. All my info is down in the description below. So make sure you go and hit the follow button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Help me out a lot. But yeah, Yulia, she's kind of giving me some problems. A couple years ago, I think when I was at 170 something thousand, maybe 180,000 miles on her, I had to have my transmission rebuilt. Costed me $6,500. Put aftermarket parts in the trans, and you know, everything was going smoothly until here recently she's been shifting weird. I can barely be on the gas, and my RPMs will jump up to 3,000 and go back down to 1,500, jump back up to 3 and go back down to 1,500. So Monday morning I am going to be taking her back to the shop to get checked out. I've heard quite a few issues of why it would cause the transmission to do that. One is cats being stopped up, which my catalytic converters are stopped up. I just got my exhaust done on it. It sounds amazing. Cats are just stopped up, and I'm going to put a set of high flow cats on there to make it sound even better, and also replace the cats that are stopped up. My blower motor for my heat and AC is going bad, which isn't that big of a deal. It tends to happen. That's small cosmetic stuff. My transmission is my biggest worry right now. I've been told it's because of the cats. I've been told it's because there's not enough compression getting to the motor. I've been told my computer can be failing to send a signal to the transmission to tell it to shift right. Been a couple things I've been told, but we're going to figure out what's wrong with it Monday morning and get it fixed and get it back on the road. I have a bunch of surprises coming for y'all, and I'm actually going to post an update about her tomorrow. I'm going to go outside and do a little video on it, a little review on the Yukon from where it came from versus now. So be sure to be looking out for a video about that as well. We are going to be going up a 2% grade now. We have slowed down to 20 miles an hour, just going creeping up this hill. I think we're going to be going into the mountains now. Yep, we are going into the mountains, which is one of the reasons we are having such an issue here. Let's see what we got. Yep, we're just slowly creeping. We have all this way to go. So, we actually may have to make a part 2 of this tomorrow, chat. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be live streaming, long tonight. We've already been streaming for about an hour. Hour and 10 minutes, actually. I think around the hour and 30 mark, we're going to go ahead and get this behemoth to a stop. And, call it quits for the night. And, start off strong again tomorrow night. Or actually, maybe tomorrow evening. Looks like we've slowed back down to about 19 miles an hour, still going up a 2.4% grade. So we have increased in grade lot. So let's look at our effort and make sure everything's good there. Effort has went up to 84. So hoping we don't rip this thing apart. We're still in the green, so as long as that little box around the effort is green, we should be good to go. Slowing down to about 18 miles an hour now. Going down to 2.2%. We've decreased in grade just a little bit. Looks like we're going to be 29 miles to go. Crawling at 18 miles an hour up a 2.2% grade. We're going to have another green signal up here. We're going to be going under a little bridge right here. Let's kind of get a shot from the top of that bridge. There she is, guys. Running all the way back out there. We are at a crawl right now, chat. We are at a crawl. At a massive crawl. Let's go ahead and jump back into the cabin. I believe right here we're going to have just a little siding. Yep, just a little siding right here going off to the left of us, chat. We're actually going to be splitting into two tracks here. Let's see what we got. We're going to have another green signal just ahead. We have decreased in grade and we have started speeding up just little by little. We went down to a 1.2% grade. So our cap signal's off. Yes, they are. Okay, perfect. Okay, cap signals are off. We're gonna go ahead and increase the feed valve set to 110. Should jump us up a few miles an hour. We are now at a 0.3% grade, so we have decreased in grade a good bit. See, I believe we have just about 20 minutes left on this stream for tonight. Yep, just about 20. You're gonna have about 15 minutes left on tonight's stream. Even though we did run into some difficulties. We have a passenger pickup here, so I'm gonna go ahead and blow the horn and make sure nobody walks out in front of us. Or make sure everybody is behind that yellow line. Go ahead and give you kind of a view of what these people would see over here on the side where the passenger train comes through. No idea why it's running this right here. But yeah, this is what the people would see right here. Got a couple feet just a little over the yellow line. As long as they stay back a good bit, we're actually supposed to be behind this yellow one. But it is what it is. We didn't hit any of them. They're not walking any closer. So as long as they don't walk any closer to us, we should be good, chat. Go ahead and jump back into the cabin. We're now going to be going down a 2.2% grade. So we're going to get off throttle here. We are going to be coming around some bends, some sharp turns. in the track. Don't want to derail this big thing, because if we do derail and one of those tankers decide, gets damaged in any way, it has a possibility of blowing up if this thing does catch on fire. So we're gonna go ahead and let off and let this thing coast just for a little bit. We are speeded back up to 35 miles an hour, 28 miles to go. Speed limit's gonna be set to 50 miles an hour around these curves. We're going to be speeding up to about 40 now, so we're going to go ahead and start getting on our brakes just a little bit, just to kind of keep this thing under control. Service it at about 40%. We're still going to be speeding up slightly. Our speed is going to be 45 with a track speed of 50. 46 now, 47. So we're going to get on the brakes just a little bit more here, jump it up to about 70% application. Still speeding up, so we're going to go ahead and jump our independent up as well to about 70. So we are at 50 miles an hour. It looks like we're still not slowing, so we're going to go ahead and get full service on both of our brakes. Appears that we are still speeding up. We're at 52 now. Looks like we're going to be staying about 52 for right now. Speed limit is 55, so we're still going down a grade. We're still going to continue to get on the brakes. 53 now, chat. 53. We are full service on both of our brakes. Starting to slow down just a little bit now, 52. $27 miles to go, chat. 27 miles to go. Track speed is going to be 55. We're going to be slowing down to about 50. Going down to 2% grade. 2.0% grade, chat. Definitely don't want to come around these corners too fast. Now been streaming for an hour and 18 minutes, so we have about 10 minutes left on the clock, chat. 10 minutes left. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of our brakes just a little bit, put them to about 80%. Try about, I'll actually just go ahead and release them for now, and then jump them back up to about 50. Right there. I'll be speeding up again just slightly. Always want to be careful going around these. I always tend to stay a little bit under track speed, just to ensure if we have some kind of emergency or something like that, it'll be easier to come to a stop. With 130 cars at 1.5 miles long, it's going to take this thing a while to stop, especially going down a steep grade like we're going down. Another crossing up here. We sped back up to 51 now, still going down to 0.0 or 0.9% grade. So the grade has increased. Coming around the curves at 55. Still gaining speed though. Let me go ahead and go up to about 95%. $26 miles to go. Track speed is still 55 at a grade of 0.9%. We'll slow back. We're going to be slowing back down now, so we're going to drop it down to about 50% once again. We'll jump it up to about 80%, just to ensure that we stay track speed, 55 on that, 80 on that. This, the automatic brake applies brake to the entire train, and the independent applies brake just to the engines themselves. So that's the important thing to know about these two right here. And then you have your dynamic brake right here, which your dynamic actually it brakes your engine RPMs, which causes your locomotive to brake. I'm gonna cross another crossing right there. I didn't see that until we got right up on it. It'll be a speed about 49 now, 0.8% grade, and it just went to 1.3%. 1.5. Grade is decreasing still. So we need to go ahead and get back on the brakes. Speeds now are going to be about 50. We're going 51, which is not bad. Actually, I think, are they about 50? I think the speed's going to be about 45, chat. Speed's going to be 45. We're doing a little bit of 5 over. Don't want to take a risk with this big puppy. Let's check our times here. We have about 8 minutes left on the clock, chat. 8 minutes. Speeds are 47. Odd number to set the track speed at, chat. We're still going to be at a 1.5% grade going down. Speeds are going to be dropping up here as well, if I'm not mistaken, about 40 miles an hour. Because we are coming into some of the... Yeah, it's going to be dropping down to 40 and possibly lower, considering the fact that we have all these... swirly looking, not swirly, but curvy tracks ahead of us. So we're going to continue to brake, get her down to about 40, and then hold 70% application, 60, well 69 now. Another crossing up here. Crossing. We'll go ahead and open our windows too. You can hear the horn just a little bit more. So speeds are now going to be 40 miles an hour. We're going to stay at 40 and hold. We're going to be going down at 2.1% grade now, so the grade has increased downward. We're going to try to keep her at 40 and hold around these tight corners. So far we are holding a good track speed. We're now going to be at 1.4, so it has increased. Hopefully we'll level out here soon and get to some straight track. Actually, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be possible. Another crossing there. Be 42 and a 40. 24 miles to go. 1.4% grade. Right now, we're just going to be coasting. We're going to drop our center of the reversal handle to save fuel. Right there it says save fuel center reversal handle while idling. So we're going to go ahead and center that just to kind of save some fuel here. Although we should be good on fuel. We have 4,734 gallons of diesel, so we should be good crossing up here. We got 4 minutes left on the timer, chat. 4 minutes. What we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna go ahead and put both brakes into full service. Try to get this thing stopped. We are actually going well over the speed limit now. Did not realize that, chat. At a 2% grade. Doing a good bit amount above the speed limit now. Speed limit's gonna be 20 or 30, I think. 25 to 30. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can get this big thing stopped. We are full service and we are coming to a slow stop. 1.2% grade with 24 miles to still go. We're going to be now in the curvy mountain track. So fortunately it is going to take us a minute to get stopped. Now up to a 2.0% grade going down. Oh, we got a freeze there. Now we're going to be at a 0.5%, so it increased there just a little bit. Going to be 39 miles an hour. Still about 24 miles to go. Didn't see that one either. So we're still going to be about 24 miles, close to 23 out. Track speeds are going to be 25. We're at 37 and slowing. We're going down a 0.5% grade still. I believe we have even another crossing up here. Now going down another 1.9% grade. Absolutely lay on this one here. Lay on the horn. Still going to be 32 miles an hour and slowing with still 24 miles to go, Chad. That's what I mean by these miles are very long. Still going down a 1.9% grade here. Like I said, we are still in full application of brakes, so speed just went back up to 35. We're going to slow back down to 30 up here. Speeds fluctuate on these mountain tracks. We have about 1 minute, half a minute left on the clock, Jack. Half a minute. We are not going to be able to get this thing stopped in half a minute. You start to kind of hear those brakes kind of squeal there. Still going to be 21 miles an hour on this 1.9% grade. Trying to stop this 130 car long freight train. Still 24 miles out. We're going to be at 19 miles an hour now. Really get to hear that squealing on those brakes. 15 miles an hour at 1.6% now. But still 24 miles to go. 13 miles an hour. Looks like speed slows back down to 30 right there. This behemoth is coming to a stop. We are under 10 miles an hour now. Gonna just be rounding the corner here. 0.6% grade now. Got a farm dog down there barking. We at 3 miles an hour now and still slowing. And we are at a complete stop, chat. There it is. There's our complete stop. Turn our headlights to dim. If I'm not mistaken, we have a crossing right here as well, so we'll be able to see the train from the crossing. People come up through right here and look over, and there's just a train sitting there. That is a pretty view. These mountains are absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, we have brought this 130 car long freight train to a halt. Finally. So we're still 24 miles out to go. Unfortunately, I am going to be stopping the stream here. We've been streaming for about an hour and 30 minutes now. About half the stream was running into some issues at the start, but we got on the road, we got moving, so that's the good thing. So, with that being said, chat, if y'all did enjoy tonight's short live stream, I'm sorry it was so short. It's currently, check my phone, it is currently 5:03 in the morning here where I'm at. So it's about time for me to get in bed. That being said, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this live stream. If you did, please be sure to smash that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to get notifications when I post, if I go live, and if I post. With that being said, guys, also be sure to go down into the description and follow my social media. I will be including some more links down there soon. Instagram, TikTok, stuff like that. TikTok should already be down there. I have my own Discord channel as well down there, so be sure to go join the Discord as well. That being said, guys, I hope y'all have a wonderful day today, and we will see you guys in the next one. Later, chat.